Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. We're back here today together to do another portrait drawing. And I'm so happy you joined me. I'm gonna start out, as always, with just some warm-up lines. Get my pen and my arm all warmed up. We have a reference photo picked out already. And yeah, just a minute or two here, we'll get going, we'll get started. So yeah, last time we did this, I had a lot of fun doing it. So I wanted to try and do it again. And yeah, just have some fun. Once again, we're here in Krita, and I've got my layers here. All I've done so far is just dropped a flat layer, this kind of nice lime green. And staying within that same hue, I've dropped down and I picked a little bit of a darker, more saturated color to start drawing with. And we're going to be using our pencil dash 2. Pencil dash 2. Okay, yeah, let's jump into it. Oopsie. Oh boy, okay. Okay, let's do it. I'm deleting the wrong layers here. I'm gonna delete the lines, come back. Thankfully we have a color picker with a history. So I'm gonna pick that same light green I had before, pick my fill tool, drop it in, and we're gonna lock it so I don't mess with it again. And go back to that other green, pick the pencil, it is already selected, go back to pen tool with the B hotkey. And the recorder, we're gonna record this screen as well. We'll delete the old one did yesterday. And we'll hit record. So we're doing a gentleman today who has some interesting features, and I might caricaturize it a little bit, maybe exaggerate some bits. So that's always fun, right? So yeah, I'm just soaking it in. It's kind of, the general shape here is longer than it is wide, kind of rectangular. And yeah, his forehead and hair take up about 1/3. So let's see, let's start with some lines. So I want to get it all on the page without having to shrink it. And leave room here for just the top of his shoulders and his shirt. Okay. So brow, this is the top of his head here. His brow is probably just about there. Center of his nose on the face is about there. And comes down quite a ways, maybe about there. And his mouth in this photo is open. So I'm going to indicate the top and bottom. Top of his top lip, bottom of his bottom lip. Something like that. We have this thing going on here. So we're moving quicker today than yesterday, or last time. Try to indicate the eyes, nose. Comes up here. And it droops down like this. That second one is more over. It's over to the left a little more. And kind of show this here. Cool. Moving around as always, just gonna keep moving. Okay, let's jump over. Let's indicate the ear on this side. And over here we'll jump over. Got the kind of cheekbone indicated here. Move over a little more and we got the ear. And the top of the ear goes just above the brow. This gentleman has prominent, I'll say, ears that kind of come down just below the nose there. Ears are wild, man. There's so much going on in there. Ears are wild, man. That's enough indication for today, or for now. Let's jump over back into the center. And we're gonna tackle the mouth a little bit here. This is where a lot of the interesting shapes are gonna come in. So instead of just going for it, we'll kind of look at the squinting helps. Yeah, look, yeah, you squint to try and pick up on the unique shapes. The basic shapes, I should say. Okay, well that's kind of placement, a rough placement. Zoom out, have a look-see. Look at his hair for a little bit. It's got the male pattern baldness going on, but still has more hair than I do. No, I probably didn't do this narrow enough. One thing we could try is squeezing it. But I think, you know, digital tools, while they're very useful, sometimes feels like cheating. And I'm having fun, so let's just keep it. See what we can do without using undo or erase too much. I'll use it if I gotta, but right now I don't gotta. Yeah, I really want to establish the shape, the overall shape of the head. I want to push it a little bit more. So have the chin come down more. Down about here. Yeah. Yep. Could push it more, but that's okay. Let's put in some of this neck. See, I almost went to hit the undo there. I guess there is some muscle memory working where you want to kind of intuitively just fix it. Let's say it doesn't come up all that much, the urge to undo, but it does come up. Just around here, it starts to show the collar of the shirt. Down here, he's got the shoulder. Fabric is another tricky one, because there's all kinds of folds, some more subtle than others, and really it's best to just pick one or two. Okay. That's good. Okay. Moving along. Yeah, this mouth is kind of on an angle and I'm not really representing that very good. Maybe that is going to help that adjustment and that there. Back up here. These eyebrow or brow creases. I've got a really prominent one when I'm focusing. Where is it? I can't see. Somewhere. You know, one of these. That line really sucks. Erase. I might talk about avoiding undo and erase, and I just can't help myself. Oh well. So I know lately I have been making the eyes a little too big in my portraits. So this one might end up being a little too big as well. Okay, that's something. Wow, this gentleman has really nice blue eyes. It's got a ring. There's the pupil in the middle here. Just kind of like that. But there's a kind of a ring around like this too. I don't know I've seen that before. Oh, it must be contacts. I'm not a contact wearer. But I still have not seen that before. Just gonna kind of ignore it because maybe I'm using just a few lines, right? And I don't want to put down a line that's confusing my audience or my viewer. And I'm going to flip it like this because it's easier for me to draw up and down like this, smooth lines. And then 5 rotates it back. Not bad. Let's go try the other eye. So this kind of deep pocket here. And then off of that, cuts in and kind of curves down like that. Did I do that too much? No, I don't think so. Look at those lines. I'm gonna erase a little bit. Maybe guess we'll drop it in like this. Okay, here comes the iris. It's a little smaller than the other one, isn't it? Isn't it? The danger of zooming in too much and too often. Losing that scale, that sense of scale. Proportions, I suppose. Ah, I just drew it the exact same size. Should I shrink the other one? Let's try it one more time. Let's get it a little bigger. That's a little better. See, I was trying to match my reference, but something else is off about it, so that's why it wasn't working. One proportion's off, the rest kind of tend to fall off as well. So something I've got here is not working, or is not matching the reference exactly, so that's probably what's going on. Hmm. Okay, not quite happy with the eye, but let's move on. Spend a lot of time there. Should be moving around a little more. Square off the top of this head here. This head's not doing that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Which one of these doesn't belong? Do 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 do. Oh, none of them. Goes down, up, and then down. Down, up, and then make this. Oops. To his chin. Well, I certainly challenged myself today, I guess, with this mouth wide open. Catching flies. And there are some teeth, of course. I'll try to indicate them, but it might get a little funny looking, so probably, well, we'll see. I might just start from scratch. Problem with that is I don't learn anything. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Well, this is how it turns out sometimes. Sometimes you're just not gonna get what you want on paper. Wow. Okay, let's not give up. Let's not give up. Let's keep trying. It's not horrible. So this chin's gonna have to match the angle of the mouth. I'm gonna tab out a canvas and grab an eraser and just clean up some of this junk. Got this. I chose this soft eraser. What do they call it? Eraser soft. There you go. You know, I just want to be able to see the lines that I want to work off. I want to see them better. The hard eraser, well, it's too hard. And I guess I'm in a bad habit today of doing feathery lines. Soft lines is one thing. Doing a feathery, hard line is something completely different. Go back to the canvas, more room. See, that's a soft line. I can live with that soft line. That is closer to what I want. Okay. Where are we at? We're at 31 minutes. I thought today was going to be quicker. And I thought today was going to be quicker. No, not the case. So he's got some cool eyebrows here that kind of come up and then down. I've given him thicker eyebrows than he actually has, but I like thick eyebrows. Hello. I hope my wife's not listening. She doesn't have eyebrows. She's beautiful, but she has very light eyebrows. Right, darling? Why wouldn't she be watching? She loves my stuff. Isn't that right, darling? I think I mentioned her last time too. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Get to add some details. And then we'll get to shadows and highlights and stuff. Let's look at this ear for a minute together. An ear, nobody really pays attention to ears all that much. So you can kind of do whatever you want in here, in these ears. That's how I feel. It's an opportunity actually for some really fun shapes, like straights and curves. Like combining straights and curves, kind of pleasing. I like that ear. Like that's a fun shape. To help it along, help the shading later, I'm just going to indicate a few more valleys and such. All right, that's good enough. Add some hair here. No, hair actually suffers from what I'm doing right now, impatience. You know, it's like usually for me, and a lot of people, I think, it's one of the last things you do. And there's just so much going on, you should try to indicate it. But now I've got like almost a repeating pattern like wallpaper now here. So if you notice it, which I just, I noticed as I was doing it, but if you notice it, you can always kind of come back and try to fix it a little bit, add some random non-repeating structure to it. Maybe I pulled it off, maybe not. Line weights, you have some stronger, darker lines, sandwiching lighter lines. Huh. Give it a hard line here. Let's take a second to wipe my screen off a bit. And yeah, just come back to the shirt. Erase that because it is just a fold over. There's no hard crease. I just want to indicate it with the soft line. Get your bingo cards ready for the amount of times I say the word indicate or indication. I just want to indicate this, I guess. Okay. So we're going to want to start shading soon, but I'm going to have a quick look and see if there's anything else I want to add in the line stage. There's a few lines down here. It'll help with cross contours, give a little help with form a little bit. Getting closer, getting closer. Really focused now, I guess. No, it's not too bad. I would like to fix the eyes up a bit. And I'm gonna drop this down. Out here. See, I want to touch up the eyes, like I said, but I think maybe I'll accomplish what I want with shading. Wow, just give me a second here. Let me try something. Kind of this top part that's... I think that's gonna do it. Maybe even one more on top of that. You're noticing what I'm missing here. Leave a note in the comments. Say, Chris, you should have done this. Instead, you did that. Or, you know. This isn't really gonna do it. Okay. Okay. He's got some wispy hairs. Let's do that. Make him a little cartoony. Okay, we're gonna jump over. I keep saying okay, and then I change something. Some stitching here that I think looks like it should be represented. Okay, we're gonna switch to new layer, drop it below the lines. I'll call it tone. And I'm going to even lock the line layer so I don't accidentally work on it. I'm going to go a little bit lighter, a little less saturated. Jump over to my charcoal rack, and let's test this out. Not bad. I'm going to drop the opacity a third so we can kind of build it up like that. So let's go at it. This is the darkest spot on this man's face in this picture. Guess I like to do the dark spots first. The darkest spots first. And you notice I keep my brush kind of big. I'm not worried about staying in the lines or whatever. So I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna work it up in layers. Work it. Okay. Yeah, even like I went outside here. And that, you know, that's not cool. But this little bit here is fine. Let's make it bigger so we can get the coverage in. So if I press harder with my brush, it also makes it less opaque. So it's fun. You got reduced opacity on the brush itself, so you work it up and you have a opacity pressure sensor, so you can play with it that way. And then of course you can create new layers or stay in the same layer and just work with a different lightness or saturation. I would probably keep the hue the same, because consider this like a black and white study. We're only sticking with one color. We're just playing with how light or dark it is and how saturated. But it's the sad Hulk. Hulk angry. No, Hulk's sad. He's not gonna smash. He's gonna have some ice cream. There we go. Just having fun, kind of slowly filling it in, adding a little more dark to the spots that want it. but I'm going to go back and make sure everything has depth and the appropriate tone. I know his shirt's in the light for the most part. I mean, under here it gets darker. And then we're light again on top. Under here, maybe a little darker. Dark under here. Okay. It reminds me of the Hulk so much. I don't know why. Well, the green, obviously, but... Okay, we're almost an hour in. I've got... If I can finish this in 7 minutes, that'll be an hour. Okay, let's make the brush smaller. And we'll go in and be a little more precise. We'll come back with a lighter color and pop that out. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to select a darker color to finish this shading section. And I don't have to, but this value is quite light. And if I want a wider range of depth, darks and lights, probably have to go a little darker. Some people like to start with the darkest darks and the lightest lights, and then fill in the mids. I guess I'm starting kind of the mid-grade shadows first. Bit of shadow here along the edge of the shirt. Sure, I'm gonna finish in 7 minutes, guys. There's no shadow there. Oh. Quickly now, quickly. Why am I rushing? I don't know. Something about doing it quickly makes me feel good. Let's go darker. Where was I? I was here. Just gotta go lower. I don't have to go to the left. I just have to go down. Maybe there. And we'll hit up the darkest darks. Yeah, this is gonna help. Just you wait. The mouth and the eyes, definitely the darkest. A bit under here. In the corners. Down here. Okay, a little more depth, a little more pop. Yeah, this treatment could even go darker, I guess. We're gonna leave it at this for today. You know, there's you can go a few levels of shadow, few levels of light. Today we're going to do just a handful. The more you do, the more complicated it gets, but do it right, looks good. Yes, and up here, of course. Over here. His forehead, I should fix up his forehead a little bit. And then I saw something on the shirt and I did that instead. Some wrinkles on his shirt I can kind of suggest. Some lines. So yeah, there's not a very dramatic or a hard light on this gentleman's face. Kind of flat. So I might be exaggerating a little bit. Am I exaggerating? I don't think so. Maybe a little bit. Okay, let's pick up the other color from So, you. But this one. Okay. So his forehead's much too dark now, but good news is we're moving on to the last layer. I'm going to put it on top of tone and call it light. And color pick the background is one way to do it. But I'm going to do that and then just go a little bit lighter. Not quite white yet, but just lighter. I go on top. And I've got this wide brush to cover some patches first. Oh, now that's flat again, but really like I said, it's not that dramatic of lighting. Come under here on the cheekbones. I will make my brush a little bit smaller now. And I'll just have to kind of control what I do with it. So this is helping to bring out some of those areas that were initially too dark. Eye itself, these bits are round, so make them feel round. And add a little bit of that. And on his eye, should have gone a little dark on his eye. It's not quite a highlight, but there's something here we can kind of do this. Put it on the top here. When I A-B this, you can kind of see the difference. I'm gonna erase the highlight I did on this right there. Not a highlight, but yeah, added light. There we go. That's a little better. Moving on. So this here wants to be light. Over here as well. Kind of round this out. Go with the contour. Go with the contour of the face. And down here, there's a little bit. Quite a bit on that lip part there. And this upper lip, there's a little more as well. We gotta blend it in, right? Gotta try and blend that in. So, an hour and 15 already, guys. I'm gonna try and wrap this up. Just getting a few of the spots in these areas to really try to make them pop. But I want to remember that they're darkest. They're the darker parts of the portrait, so I don't want to bring them all the way out. Low ear. Let's shrink this even more. Go even wider, a couple steps wider. Shrink this even more. Adding some fun like highlights, I guess. Just some variation. I don't know if it's creating depth. I don't think it is actually in the hair there, but some variation. It's fun. And now since I've got a hot white loaded up, I can find the brightest, lightest spots. Can you believe it? It's all over here. Can you believe it? And yeah, a little bit on the nose. Go back into that eyeball. I think I went too hard on that. Let's go back a few steps. Well, in the interest of time, I think we're going to call it there. And I'm going to go back to my lines. Just quickly touch up these eyes a little bit. Unlock the layer. And I'm going to just darken this up a little bit. Okay. Should have left it alone. Okay, we're going to use undo for this. Sometimes less is more. Okay, let's call it. Let's sign it. Pick up a nice dark green. Come down here. Get a little CM 2023. Perfect. Okay, so it was a little rocky this time. That's how it goes. You know, that's how it goes with art, making art. You hit a speed bump, and hopefully it doesn't slow you down to the point where you stop. You just try to keep going. And, you know, work through your little problems, brainstorm solutions, and then try again next time. With that, I will say have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Adios.